Okay, so here it is early in the morning, heading out to photograph some burrowing owls that I found yesterday morning. So I went out looking for them the day before, didn't find them because midday. They were all inside their burrows. So yesterday morning I went out real early, was able to locate them. And so today, I'm going to turn this off so it doesn't bother you guys so much. Today I'm heading out there with my 400 lens and bean bag and a window mount so that I can go ahead and get some pictures of them. So I'll check in with you as soon as I get out there. Probably take me about a half hour. Okay, so I have a burrowing owl over here. A lot of people think that you go these faraway places in the desert. Sometimes you do, but in this particular case, these owls happen to be in this open field that's actually behind a high school behind me. And so I'm gonna move on up. He keeps going back between this hole and that hole over there. So I'm gonna get up and get a couple close pictures if I can, just slowly creep up on them. Now, sometimes, you know, they take off when you stop your engine, but you always want to stop your engine because you don't want the car to vibrate. I'm using the car as a blind because they seem to be a little more comforted by that than they are with me getting out of the car. The minute I get out of the car, they take off for a much further spot. So in this particular case, I'm going to get a couple shots while I'm here, while he's right looking at me. So right now he's cleaning, so he's not too worried. He's pruning, whatever, preening, I guess it is. So he's not too worried about me. And that actually looks pretty good. So hopefully, oh yeah, I'm getting a lot of, let's see if I can block that sunlight a little bit here so that you get a better, there we go. So right now he's pretty relaxed. He's standing up and over there, and he's on guard. I mean, he's really on guard. He's looking for something to happen. And we have a lot of ravens flying around. He's actually looking over that way, so he's not even paying attention to me right now. So I can scoot up a little bit more and get a little closer, which is what I'm going to do. But I do it a little bit at a time. I'll start the car and I'll just sit here for a minute so that he gets used to the sound. Unfortunately, I have that stupid alarm go off. Now he's looking straight at me. So cute little guy. The nice thing is he's standing straight up. Now there's a couple holes further down where there are two other birds. And I think right about now I'm going to stop here. So what I'll do is I'll stop here and wait here for a little bit. Get him used to me again. Yeah, there's two other birds out there further and a couple holes. Oh. So I went back to that hole. So what he's doing is he's taking me away from the main clutch, I would imagine, of burrowing owls. So there's two of them that are over here now. Their heads are very low. This one is standing up, so he wants me to pay attention to him only, which is what I will do. And I'll back up here till I'm about parallel with him. Now he's a little further. He probably went out, I don't know, 10, 15 yards further from me here. So we'll get right about here, I think. Being back a little bit here. Now I think he's going to take off again. I think he got me back away from there, and that's what he wanted. So generally it's a cat and mouse game. back and forth like that until, you know, he starts to feel comfortable and know that it's just this big red bush that keeps him moving back and forth, you know, which is the color of my car. So once he gets comfortable, he'll end up back over there and just sort of watching around for other dangers. Well, I'm no means an expert at burrowing owls. This is just the stuff I've observed with them and photographing them. So I could be totally off as to the way I'm thinking, but that seems to be the game that we play. Oh, you know, I thought he was going to take off there. Try and get a shot when he takes off. But yeah, most of your time is spent looking through the lens, waiting for the action to happen. And the thing about burrowing owls are just like, they're sitting there, and all of a sudden they just jet. They just take right off. They give very little warning. They crouch down a tiny bit, and then boom, they're airborne. Now you notice that I'm shooting just short little shots. You don't want to get the buffer too wound up. I'm going to try and get... Oh, he just made a little hop there. He's looking rather nervous. Not sure what he's seeing that I'm not seeing. But he's not even paying attention to me now. I seem to be the least of his worries. Now last time when he went over to that hole over there, he was bobbing up and down, letting them know that, you know, something was going on. Yeah, I haven't seen anybody else pop out of that hole yet. I do see one further on over in a different hole. But as I understand it, burrowing owls don't dig their own holes. They just sort of take over holes that others have dug, like squirrels, and I don't know if they do gophers, but I know they do squirrels for sure, at least where we're at. But eventually they just take over those holes. They'll do a little bit of maintenance on it, clean it up, but a lot of times you can tell it's their burrow when they, if you look at it, you'll see some, darn it. See, now he's back at that. Oh, I'm hitting the button with that. I'm gonna take. I'm gonna go ahead and get some video of this action here. So right now he's bopping up and down. I'll show you that video. Okay, so. So now he actually went to a different mound than he was before. Go back to photos. Oh. Is that a hawk I see? He really seems nervous now and is not even paying attention to me. That's a hawk. So I think a hawk, that was what he was all nervous about. It looks like there's a hawk on the second mound. I think he dove down after the burrowing owl. Yeah, it is. It's a hawk. So now I see what the burrowing owl was all freaked out about. is that there's a little hawk here, and it actually swooped down. He went back to that burrow, and he actually swooped down on that burrow, and then the hawk missed the burrowing owl, and the burrowing owl, took off down in it. But now that owl's not going to come out for a little while. I think he's going to be he's not moving. I didn't even realize. I just noticed that the owl was flying back there, and then I saw a bird, swooping around there, and then landed on the mound next to it, which I thought was weird because there's no hole over there. It's just a mound, but it actually was this hawk. So I think I'm going to go down here and maybe shake up this hawk a little bit and get him out of here, because although I don't mind getting photos of a hawk, I sort of am here to get the burrowing owls. That's my plan. So let me see if I can get a shot of this guy first before I get too close to him. That way I can identify him when I get home. So now I know what that burrowing owl was so worried about. Okay, so we moved him out of there. So hopefully he'll be gone for a little while. But I think that means that my morning is done, because these guys aren't going to poke their heads up anytime soon. And he has no way of knowing that I scared the hawk away from him. But let's come on back here anyway. Well, nature still happens. So I'll turn the car off, and I'll sit here for a little while, wait and see if he ever pokes his head up again, which it could be a while, because generally once animals are frightened like that, they generally stay down for a long period of time until it's clear. But darn. So it looks like I'll be out here again tomorrow morning, waiting. That's too bad, because he was pretty happy to be up and about. So we'll just, let's see if any of the other ones, I'm sure none of the other ones are broken up, because that guy seemed to be the guard. He was keeping watch, it seemed like, for most of the other ones. That was fun. So anyway, that's a little bit about how I go about photographing at least burrowing owl wildlife. It's everything is different. I use the car for the blind, and a lot of times that works. So anyway, well, I'll sit here for about another half hour, see if they come out. If they do, I'll check in with you guys again. All right, so it's been about 15-20 minutes, and the owl finally poked his head back up, and he's not standing there like he was before. He's crouched down pretty low in the hole, and just sort of not moving too much. I think I'm gonna pull forward a little bit to make it a little easier to photograph him. Hopefully he doesn't associate my car with the hawk attacking him. But yeah, he seems to be not quite as ready to poke his head up. Oh, he looks quite angry at me. Oh. But yeah, so I had to sit here for a little bit. I actually made a phone call, as my camera texted me. Made a phone call and relaxed for a little bit here. Told my buddy what happened with the hawk. He's the one that knows that the other one's here, or that these are here. I haven't seen the other two poke their heads up yet from the other hole over there, but this guy seems to be poking his head up. I don't know if this camera can pick up on where he's at right there, but he's right over there looking He's getting a little more braver now. He's actually about 3/4 of the way out of the hole now. So he's starting to feel a little more confident in what he's doing. I should move that window up some. There he is. So it's funny, they come out of the burrow and they sort of look around and want to make sure they check every direction. They never really look comfortable. So anyway, I'll probably sit here for about another half hour, 45 minutes, photographing him if he changes position and stuff. But that's the way that I spend my time, you know, hiding out. Anyway, thanks for watching. Today I'm out here photographing some burrowing owls right outside. Now I'm using the car as a blind because they don't seem to be as frightened by that as they are when I step outside. So they pretty much stay where they're at. So let's see here. The couple sitting right there. Now this one even let me shoot with that. That's the noise that my camera makes while I'm taking pictures. It goes like that, just like that. So unfortunately, it won't let me take a picture because I don't have a card in it, and I wasn't bright enough to put a card in it before I came out here. So I just want to basically see how all this works and see if it set up pretty good. But that's where we're at, and let's see how it is.